I needed money. Not to feed my family, or something that'd make me even slightly redeemable, but for dope. So when a blackout Mercedes rolled up, window cranked down just enough to let the scent of cherry tobacco and scotch permeate the air, and a calm voice beckoned for a date, I got in. It didn't matter that the car was far too nice for any good to come. It didn't matter that he was almost too well kempt, or that his eyes were so dark and hollow that you could see he'd relished in breaking and taking life. It didn't matter that his voice was far too even and far too calm to be anything but what he was. It just didn't matter who he was. Just a guaranteed jab. Maybe it should have mattered, but it didn't. Not at first. It was when the doors clicked that the drug lust took a back seat. Fight or flight had taken root. Each hair stood stiff, my mouth dry, eyes forcibly remaining as even as possible at the words that slipped from the serpent's tongue.
You're mine now.
It wasn't a sexual thing. It was calm, matter of fact. Suddenly the highway was this vast stretch with no end in sight, the world outside full of listless souls. It all became clear instantaneously. I'm not ready. And without a second thought, I'd already thrust the sharp end of my heel straight into his temple, grappled the locks, and flown from the passenger side door. His howl escaped into the night with the screaming tires, and my hard thump on asphalt and tarnished grass. A laugh, a disembodied cackle from hell saturated the air, called out into the wind.
You can't outrun me!
But I ran. I ran blindly through gravel and grass, weeds whipping my feet into a bloodied frenzy of tracked up flesh. I just ran, barefoot, scuffed up, trying to orient myself. I just ran. I couldn't look back. I should have stopped then, but I didn't. I went back and did it again. I did worse things. I began to understand him, to understand how we become what we become, and my mind cleared. It all became so simple. I took life indiscriminately, collecting bits and pieces of each and every body, teeth, tongues, fingernails, ribs, ears, small bodily trinkets, again and again and again. The heroin became a distant memory, filled by absolute, unadulterated bloodlust. I felt my eyes hollow, my voice relax, my smile bend unapologetically, and now I'm here. Sitting at his feet, staring up at the scar I'd left some odd years ago, laughing, relaxed. He knows that. He knows that before meeting my gaze.
You're better than expected.
Almost perfect. He hasn't aged at all. Not that a Reaper would. I Ran was written by user Fingerteeth on Reddit.com and narrated by Sinister Sweetheart.
Featuring me.